Scouts on her. That wasn't a scout. You want to know my most hated part of a Coyote swap is how... Hey folks, welcome back to the garage. Not entirely sure what I'm doing today. This door is not in great shape. We have all this rust across the front here, and I would like to do a couple of things to this. I know I said I wouldn't be taking the window out, but I don't see a way of doing this without doing it, because I need to remove the run channel molding, the outer lip molding here, and then cleaning all this up, painting it black, removing the tint, putting the window back in, these bushings, re-greasing this. I'm not going to paint the door. I'm not going to do it. I will try to clean this, but again, this is all going to be hidden, and I don't really have the time right now to go through it all. But I also think I need to do something here to fix this lock that it fell out. Am I doing that today? Not sure. Regardless, I did buy... Ignore this. I did buy some new spark plugs for this. So I want to change the spark plugs just to make sure that I've properly gapped plugs before we do end up getting this back on the road and trying to tune it. I'm getting the tune completed. So spark plugs, door, and honestly, if it wasn't raining out today, I would really love to just kind of throw some paint up in this channel here on both sides. Maybe do a little bit of this lip too that gets covered by the molding. Let's just get started and we'll just see what happens. So let me just gap these correctly. I think for a Gen 2 Coyote, we should be at 49 thousandths to 53 thousandths of an inch. Now I did print a spark plug. I printed out these spark plug gap tools. I don't know if they're legit. I guess I could measure it. I don't know if I have a micrometer accurate enough though. Let me find my actual one. All right, so we'll aim for 50 thousandths. It's currently at 54 thousandths. Just a little bit too much. It's way too low. It's 53. All right, I'm gonna get through all these and we'll reconvene. All right. Let's put these in. And that is deep in there. No oil, good. A little bit of oil in those threads. Original spark plugs, probably. I'm gonna try to bore scope this, just to make sure everything still looks good in there. Ooh. There's a little bit. Still a little juicy. A little oily. Alright. So I'm gonna keep an eye on. Rinse and repeat. I'll do all the rest, and if I see anything interesting, I'll bring it up. All right, now the really hard one. I have no idea how I'm gonna be able to get this out of here. Wish me luck, everyone. Do this. Oh, it's not even that. It's the Hydro Boost. Oh, wow, that's really in there. Ow. I don't believe it. I'm not gonna get this one out. Whew. I'm gonna be completely honest with you fellas. I cannot get this one out. The problem is this is hitting up against here in the Hydro Boost. This I can move. This is not a problem. I can get it out from underneath this, but it cannot move past this because this is solid. What I'm going to have to do is loosen the motor mounts. I might have to loosen the motor mounts later when I'm doing some of the accessory stuff, so I'm going to hold off on this last one, but I will do it. I promise. I will replace this one, just not right now. This motor also only had 35,000 miles on it, so that spark plug has 35,000 miles on it. So I do want to replace it in like the danger zone or anything like that. Yeah, I should have done this before, but I didn't. I might be able to squeeze it past here, but I risk cracking the valve cover or the coil itself. So I don't really want to do either of those right now, so I think this is the better option. We'll get to it though, I promise. Scout's on her. That wasn't a Scout. Again, sorry to punk out on that last one. I obviously have to do a lot more. To get to it, you have no idea how much that's driving my OCD nuts right now. But yeah, I can't risk breaking anything while I'm doing that. All right, so let's look at these plugs really quick. They're very carbony. This was expected. I mean, it ran rich before, and it's running rich now with the tune. This is the best one out of all of them. And it was right before the last one. So it is what it is. I'm gonna move on to something else. Now, I'm gonna work on that door now. You wanna know my most hated part of a Coyote swap? Is how all this stuff fits in here. The sketchiest part of these rebuilds. I'm gonna blow this glass up, I know it. I really hope I don't. So there's an 11mm bolt for this thing. And it comes out the front. I have to extract this from the glass without it exploding. Ugh. What the f was that? Oh, Jesus. This one does not move as well as the other one did. I hate this sign, man. Oh, wow. That came right out. Why? Why did it do that time? Oh, come on. Out of the track. Oh, what if we just take this out? All together. There we go. Without dropping this thing on ourselves. Okay. Oh, fam, we did it. And it wasn't that bad. Take a breather and then we'll catch up. I already showed you guys this in the other window, so I'm just gonna blast through it, time lapse, nothing else to say. Let's go. Yes! Suck it! One piece! That was badass. Ooh, that's a lot of glue though. Now the part I hate the most is cleaning this glue off. All right, I put this aside for a minute. I just want to show you guys what I did before I changed the battery. But I took this outside. I popped off the, whatever the fuzzy part is called. It was no longer fuzzy. I took out the metal frame here. And this is now ready to be sanded. I did find that this kind of went through over here. So I'm gonna hit all this just like I did the other door. Drill these out and just clean this clean this up. Let's do that. I've got a lot more done on this door than I thought I would in one day. Notice that this is kind of like cool. Yeah, so let's just keep going and try to get this door knocked out. One small problem is that this is kind of running out, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one soon. I forget what size it is, but I'm gonna do the best that I can with this. There's not a lot that I have to hit, so I just hope it holds out for that long. I'm gonna take a quick break to drill these out, and we'll get back to it. We can get this prepped today. Even a coat of rust reformer on here. There's no rust in here. Yeah, this doesn't look bad on this side. Just rust treatment. Don't worry about how it looks. Alright, I'm gonna let that dry. I'm gonna flip it over, finish the other side. Painted this off camera. There's some drips and stuff, but that's gonna be covered by the molding. And I do have another layer of SEM trim black that has to go over this, but I'm satisfied with how this came out. Actually not a bad finish. Did both sides. I caught these spots in here that were a little rusty, so hopefully that rust reformer lives up to its name and it keeps it from going bad. I'm gonna drill a hole through here and put a rivet in there because I don't know why it doesn't have one. I should be replacing the lock stuff, but I can do that when it's in the car and the window's back in. So I'm not too worried about that. The door does smell like the old car, which sucks, but I don't think there's anything I can really do about that, especially not on the time constraints that I'm on. I'm going to let this dry and we'll be done with this for today. See, there's one of the drips. Again, that gets covered. I guess I'll push this back in. They say it's supposed to rain shortly, but it doesn't really look like it to me. This is terrible. Man, it's ripped. I do have to pop these out too and change the roller at least. All right, I was pulling her in to put her up on the jack stands on the ramps, and I sort of did my first micro burn ski. Oh, it was loud too. Just a chirp though. Don't worry, we'll get a good one. All right, while that's drying, I'm just gonna keep going with this glue. Hopefully we'll get this done. Another time lapse, sorry about that. Let's go. I had this cooling off in the shade. I think we're good to put some paint on this. So I'm just gonna spray this really quick. All right, we'll let that dry for 2 days. All right, fellas, I'm gonna put a pin in this one. I can't believe how far we came on this door. Like, look at this, this came out so good. Yeah, there's some drips and stuff, but again, I'm not that worried about that, but the trim black looks fantastic. Yeah, so 3 coats of rust reformer, 3 coats of SEM trim black. I think these should be good. Next week, maybe we'll put the run channel molding and the steel molding in, or maybe we will check the headers on this. I just want to make sure I gotta tighten up some of the exhaust. The exhaust leaks are pretty bad, and that tailpipe got loose in the back. Anyway, thanks for watching. Drop me a like, say hi in the comments, and I will see you next time. Peace.